Hi, my name is Sasha. Welcome back to my channel, Sash Reads, and this is going to be my June TBR. Now, the month of June, I am not doing my TBR game. I've kind of put that on the back burner just because I wasn't wanting to do it. Like, I know I was like, I'm gonna try and stick to it. I can't really explain. Basically, if I get told to do something, I don't really want to do it, sort of thing. And if I had a time limit, it was just like, Anyway, so the month of June, it is Pride Month for starters. It is also Once Upon a Readathon happening, and then there's also adventureathon happening. Books on my TBR is more like hopefuls. It's not going to be like a set. This is just probably some of the books I'm going to be reading. Let me know if you're going to be reading them too. I'm going to have two sections. I've got my Once Upon a Readathon hopefuls, and then I have my buddy read books that I actually definitely need to read. And there's like 9 or 10 books on each list. So anyway, talk about the buddy reads first. So these are like buddy reads or book clubs or yeah. Let's start with my own read along that I'm hosting with Ash from Ash's Adventures and Books. We are doing the Madura Chronicles read along, if you weren't aware, and this month in June we are reading Grey Veil. This is the 4th book and it's the last one that I have read because it made me cry. And like the last book hadn't come out yet when I'd finished it, so like I was just in tears at the end of this book, and I'm not looking forward to reading it again. Like I am, because I love it so much, but I need to work myself up to it because something happens in this book and I'm not prepared. The live show will be on the last Sunday of June on my channel at 10 AM Queensland time. I will put links and everything up for that soon. For the other book club that I try to participate in every month is Jen Agaton's The Full Moon Book Club, and for the month of June we are reading Wayward by Amelia Hart. This is, I think we've got 3 different POVs. We've got Kate in 2019, Violet in 1942, and Alpha in 1619, and they all kind of have something to do with Wayward. Like, is it a cottage or something? And it's like something about witch hunts too. So I'm interested to see this. Hopefully the audiobook is on Scribd still when I get to it. I am also kind of buddy reading Queen of Shadows with a couple different people, mainly Jasmine from The Lair and Tori from Tori Between Pages. I'll link them both down below. This is my favorite book out of the whole series, and I'm so excited to read it because it's such a good book. Vish has a Patreon only book club, so Books with V, and we're currently reading the Bargainer series. I read Bargainer recently, so I didn't join in last month, but I am planning on joining in this month with A Strange Hymn because I have it. Keen to see where Jasmine and Calypso go in this series. And then I've also got Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. I think Jen is actually reading this month as well. She doesn't do TBRs, but The Lair, which is her Patreon, they have like ongoing buddy reads, and a lot of different people are reading this one in June. My very wonderful friend Meredith over at Reading with Merb is hosting a 4th Wing read along, so I will be participating in that this month as well. This is like what I was told was Hunger Games with Dragons, and then someone told me there was smut in it too, and I'm like, I gifted that to my mum, so I don't know how we're gonna go with that. I'm keen for that. And then Jade War is another buddy read that Daphne from Being Daphne is hosting with Meredith and Eliza and Sam, so I'm keen to participate in that as well. I haven't finished Jade City yet, but I want to this week. I will do it this week. Oh, and then sorry, there's one more book club. Another very wonderful friend here on BookTube has created their own book club, and that is Ren from the Reading Ren. They have created Queer or Not, and this is the first month, and they are going to be reading Of the Wild by E. Wemheim, and I'm keen to read and participate with them as well, just to support them because they are so cool. I think that's all the buddy reads. Let's go on to Once Upon a Readathon. Okay, so with Once Upon a Readathon, I am friends with Daphne, Vish, and Tori. And they are the 3 co-hosts of this readathon. And there's 4 teams. And they are a team leader on separate ones. So Daphne is Gin, I believe. Vish is Dragons. And Tori is Pirates. And I'm just like, I don't want to choose one of, like, don't want someone to think that I don't like them or if I'm playing favorites. I'm like, maybe I'll just like choose Team Mermaids. And then I asked my husband, I told him what was going on, and he's like, just choose the one that you don't. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, you choose for me. Like, he didn't know who was on what team. He didn't know, like, yeah, which. So I'm like, you've got Gin, Dragons, Mermaids, or Pirates. And he's like, Mermaids. I'm like, awesome, cool, that's the one with none of my friends on it. That is why I've chosen Team Mermaids. So basically with Once Upon a Readathon, you get 100 points for every book you've read, and then you get bonus points if you read a book with your team mascot in it. So mine is a mermaid, so anything that's half fish, half human. So sirens, mermaids, krakens, I will get an extra bonus point. I also get extra points if I read a book with a water setting, so lake, beach, ocean, dam, whatever. And then you also get you also get additional 50 points per book if it has a BIPOC or queer author. And then I also can damage another team by reading a book that contains their mascot in it, as long as they're not one of my allies. So the mermaid ally is pirate, so I can't, if I read anything with pirates in it, that's fine. So yeah, mermaids and pirates are allies, so I can't decrease pirate team, but I can decrease points from the Gin or the Dragon teams if I read books with those mascots in it. So 4th wing, if I finish 4th wing, I'll be able to decrease the Dragon team, and so on and so forth. So this is a buddy read that is happening in the Discord of Once Upon a Readathon, and that is The Adventures of Amina El Sarafi. This is a pirate book, but because it's on the ocean, I'll get bonus points for that. So I won't get bonus points because there's no, there might be sirens, there might be mermaids, who knows. Hopeful I want to get to, we've got Skin of the Sea by Natasha Bowen, BIPOC author, focusing on, it's a YA fantasy about mermaids. I think Meredith read it and she gave it 3, not bad. We've also got another BIPOC author, Bethany C. Morrow, so A Song Below Water. I started this ages ago, but the library wanted it back, so I didn't finish it. But this is a, like, contemporary fantasy about sirens. We've got If You Change Your Mind by Robbie Weber. Yeah?
Sirens?
Sirens, yeah.
That's cool.
That's cool, is it? It is a cool cover, isn't it?
Yeah, it's poor people.
So this is a queer book, and it's set on the beach, and it's a YA contemporary.
I love beach. I love beach.
I love the beach too. Keen to read this? I've got It Came From the Deep by Maria Lewis. This is actually on my 23 to read in 2023. I think it's like based on a lake. Is on the Gold Coast, so that's like the beach. After nearly drowning in Lake Palutz and her attackers on the run, Kai is left with more than just physical injuries. She's convinced she saw something in the depths of the lake, something that chose to spare her. So I think this might have some sirens or mermaids, maybe. I got from the library Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant. This is supposed to be like a YA horror, I think, of sirens. Picked up Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. So a pirate, but I think she's also Daughter of the Siren Queen because that's the sequel. I also picked this up from the library. I don't think I'm going to get it to this month though, but it is Maya Ibrahim's Spice Road. Have you got gin in it? So those are the physical. Digital copies, I want to read The Kraken Sacrifice by Katie Robert because Kraken. Fate of Stars by SD Simpa, which is a sapphic mermaid book. The Sea Witch by Sarah Henning, which is a reimagining of The Little Mermaid. The Tide That Binds Us by Alexis C. Maness, which is plus-size sapphic mermaids. And then we've got On These Black Sands, which is a slow burn pirate romance. I think that is it. Goodness gracious, why? Why do I do this to myself? So those are the books that I might be reading this month. Let me know down below. Are you participating in Once Upon a Readathon? Oh, I did mention adventureathon. I am going to hopefully just pick the, read the books while they go along, because I'm gonna probably do the pirate role because it's close to the mermaid team. You need to choose your weapon and then choose your task. I can't remember. I'll link it down below for you because the creator put a lot of work into it. That's it for my June TBR. Let me know down below, are you going to be reading any of the same books as me? Are you participating in any of the same buddy reads? I will try to remember to link everything, but yes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I will see you next time. Bye.